It is Wednesdays with Ward, episode number 13. Lucky number 13. We're with head coach of the Abbotsford Heat, Troy G. Ward. Coach, you're back at home. Only 2 before you're back on the road again, but an ominous pair against a physical hockey team.
Yeah, it'll be a good weekend. If you come home for just 2 games, then we've been out for 15 and come home for 2, and then we go back out for another week. You'd want to come home against a physical team because they're just going to insert energy in us, and we're going to have to be ready to go right away. We've had 2 good games down there that have been very physical, so we look forward to getting after it.
And your club itself has been quite physical of late. You had 2 fights in Austin, 2 fights in Houston, and 3 fights in San Antonio. What's gotten into the group?
Well, I think they just have they've come together. We've had 2 different teams. We had a team up until January 1st that played a little different style, and now this team's trying to learn their way. Like, we've lost some key parts and had different parts in and out at different times, and the one thing that this team, this particular group that we have right now, has really come together as a group here of late. And sometimes in this business, it's just understanding how to understand the game within the game, and then sometimes it's just protecting your teammates and showing up for each other and trying to help each other through the process.
Another thing this group's done really well is home ice. You've got 19 wins here at the AESC. Only Toronto and Grand Rapids have more. They're division leaders. What's gone right on home ice, and is that momentum that is tangible that you can feel and carry over span of a couple weeks away?
Well, I think so. We've got 6 left here, and we've got to get after these 2 primarily just to stay in the hunt for the playoffs, and we understand that. They're a good group of men. What we have to do is just take care of home ice, and we have to find a way to be better on the road. If we can take care of our 6 games at home, that puts us in a pretty good spot. But it starts here this weekend. It's a good team that's really beaten us twice down there. They've went after us physically. They've outskilled us at times. But we're coming off the road. I liked our game on Sunday. We had every reason to quit. This group doesn't quit, and they played really well, I thought, in a tough environment on Sunday in San Antonio. So we'll just hopefully carry that home right now.
What's it going to take to get into the postseason, and do you talk about it as a group, or is it more one game at a time? Because I suppose you could say the only way to eat an elephant's one bite at a time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. Like, it is. We just stay with the process. We've never been a result-driven team. I don't even think we don't post the standings in the room. We don't really talk about them as much. We're aware of the fact that we don't have games in hand on anybody. We understand where we're at. We felt it like over the last month how many games we played in a short amount of time, all on the road. That's part of the process that we went through. But we feel that we've played more games. I think sometimes our game has shown it. But at this particular time, like the way the group is, they just take it one period at a time. They work really hard. I didn't feel we got outworked on that road stretch at all by anybody. Some of the fortunes that we put on ourselves, and some we've gotten given into us. The other teams just made some better plays than us. So we'll just take her one day at a time and we'll stay with the process.
Finally, it is the spring, which means ATO season. Brett Kulak's season is over with the Vancouver Giants. 19-year-old here had his first practice today. What does he look like? How does he fit in against pros? And what is this ATO experience about from a learning perspective, or I guess a developmental perspective?
Well, it is a developmental perspective for Brett. Like, we're bringing him up here from Vancouver. He's kind of coming up the hill, so to speak. And, we'll get him understanding what the pro games are like and understand the intensity of it, both on the ice and off the ice, and get him prepared so that hopefully he can gain some experiences while he's here and then go back and play his junior year next year again and down in Vancouver, and he'll be a better player because of it. But I think it's just important that kids today see like what it goes on day to day, how intense it is, how physical it is. And at some point in time, whether it's by way of injury here or whatever, maybe he could get into a game for one of these 11. That'd be even outstanding for him versus just practicing. But right now we'll just take her one day at a time and try and give him as much information as we can so that he can soak all that in and mature.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck against the Icehogs, and thanks for doing it.
You're welcome.